In the day-to-day, Islam is seen to be the fastest growing religion of the world. But at the same time, sentiments of an Islamophobic nature are at an all-time high. The rigid and intolerant interpretations of the Islamic teachings followed by various extremist groups who claim to act in the name of Islam have ignited these sentiments. Even the word Islam itself has now become controversial among most of the non-Muslim population of the world. What then are the real Islamic teachings? There cannot be any justification or rationale for young educated Muslims leaving the comfort of their homes to join the ranks of such extremist organizations. So what is causing the digression of these young Muslims from the true teachings of Islam? What then are the real Islamic principles which we should adhere to, and what is the right source for achieving them? The real message of Islam is the pursuit of peace and self-reformation, to thereby become closer to our Creator. This message was revealed to us by the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, over 1400 years ago. The same philosophy of the teachings of Islam was reiterated to the Muslims by the promised Messiah, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, in the last century, in order to purify the faith from any contaminations. The promised Messiah, peace be upon him, taught us that Islam is a living faith, and the only faith that, if followed, will allow man to establish contact with his Creator and to enter into communion with him. The teachings contained in the Holy Quran and the law promulgated by Islam were designed to raise man to moral, intellectual, and spiritual perfection. In a paper published for the purpose of representing Islam in the Conference of Great Religions of 1896 held in Lahore, the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, explained the perspective on Islamic teachings as answers to a few selected questions. The promised Messiah, peace be upon him, had related a prophecy that Allah had communicated to him about the supremacy of his essay. God, the All-Knowing, has revealed to me that my paper will be declared supreme over all other papers. This eloquent lecture was delivered over 4 hours and was both eagerly listened to and highly appreciated by all those in attendance. Reports from the local press were full of praise for the lecture. Later, the lecture was published as a book entitled The Philosophy of the Teachings of Islam, and was then further translated into various languages, including English, German, French, and Dutch. In an era overcome with social, moral, and economic turmoil, our one hope of support comes from a relationship with the Almighty. But in order for this to happen, it is essential for us to understand what it really means to be a Muslim, to understand the true philosophy of the teachings of Islam.